The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
Yo, yo, yo! Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Allen and DJ Show, man. And you know I'm Allen.
And this is your boy DJ.
What's good, Dirty?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh, man. I'm all right. I only saw one little deer today, but he tried to talk a little stuff, you know what I'm saying? He trying to cut through the fields and stuff like that, but he missed me today because I got in the car and I got away. Yeah, I got away. And that thing gonna try to bring his family and everything, but you missed me today. And Sun Prairie gas station, please forgive me. I apologize. I know y'all on edge when y'all see me, you know what I'm saying? And thanks for the extra security that y'all have for me.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you was knocking over plenty stuff in the store.
I was like, somebody help me, please.
Like the deer ain't even in the store. You knocking over stuff in the store.
Yeah, because I seen one. It's every time he knocks the candy bars over. Please forgive me. I apologize. William J. Smith, how we doing today, Dirty?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, for sure. I feel you. So today, man, you know, let's get on serious topic here for a minute. You know, a lot of people be having a lot of effects. And, you know, like, and we kind of talked about that, like, not too long ago. I think it was our second show. We talked about mental health and all that. Yeah. But today, let's talk about the effects of social media, because that's affecting a lot of people's health.
Really
especially in their mental.
Really is.
And, you know, it's crazy, man, because, you know, social media dictate how people live their life and everything, man. And a lot of people ain't even living the way they posting. So we're going to really dive deep into all that. And we're going to give you 10 ways where you can, you know what I'm saying, try to move better and not let the effects of social media really affect your mental. So let's start with mental health.
Yeah, mental health. For me, like, what it basically does is it sends you off into a depression mode, and it puts you on a emotional roller coaster. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because, let's say you don't get enough likes on Facebook, or if a lot of people ain't responding to your Instagram, then you can all of a sudden feel real low or feel down about yourself, or you don't feel the confidence that you need to feel when it comes down to actually producing your product. Agreed. But then when you do get the likes, then all of a sudden the confidence builds. All of a sudden you get a little bit happier, you get more excited. So it gets you more enthusiastic to actually produce more product.
Exactly. So, you know, it's kind of like a gift and a curse with that, should I say. You know, yeah. Like, and like a heavy use of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting enough sleep. Mm-hmm. Just like bags under your eyes. You know, you got to find out what's the latest news, the latest gossip. You posting something and you figure like, dang, okay, I know this is going to get like 200-300 views, or like, man, I know this is going to get 100-something likes, and it didn't make you want to figure out something else, and then you try to add on top of that, and then you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, try to top what you did the last time, and then it doesn't stick. Then, you know, you start getting depressed. It's like, man, bro, like, man, nobody feeling me like that, man, what's going on, you know? And that could affect your mental health a little bit. And that's all one of those type of side effects I want to say that comes from social media. But also, you know, I really want to dive into something else that a lot of people don't talk about, DJ, and that's the privacy.
Oh, yeah. Man, this is big. Like, even for me, like, it's a big deal. But, like, for everybody else, it's a big deal. Like, what it is now is your life is no longer your life anymore. Yeah. Like, everybody you end up losing your peace of mind, and you end up losing your peace altogether. And also with that, like, people pretty much know everything about your life. You can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
You basically walking on eggshells, but it does teach you how to be a little bit more professional. But at the same time, like when you go off into privacy, like it doesn't help your channel grow when you're private, but it does help you have a peace of mind.
And I agree with that. That's why I say to an extent, you know, you want to take social media and learn how to move with it in a certain type of way. Because when you put yourself out there, sometimes like especially when you put it out there, you post it and you say, you sure you want to post? You say, yeah, and you post it, it's in the algorithm. And there's no coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of what you posting up, should I say. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of privacy concerns. Like it might be something that's like sacred, like between you and your family. Or maybe you and maybe like a loved one. And you like, yo, look, I share this, or maybe I might share this achievement, but I might not want to share this particular moment because this is sacred and it's private. Because, like they say, you know, like when you put your stuff on public figure mode, which is we are like slowly becoming like public figures.
Yeah.
Your life ain't yours no more, and you gotta be prepared for everything that comes with it, good, bad, negative. That's just the effects of it, man, and that's the effects of being on social media. Like, you can't always look for the good that comes out of it. It's going to be some bad that comes from it, too, and you just got to be able to understand that.
Yeah, and what it does is basically like when you post up on social media, you basically, your secret is out now. And if you're a private person and you want privacy on like social media, you're going to be viewed as like unpopular, or you're going to be viewed as boring because you're not putting out the content that you need to put out.
Exactly.
And then like you won't be able to make money from it because you're so private with your endeavors, I should say. And like basically my motto is no privacy builds status.
There you go.
And privacy won't build your status.
Fair enough. And I agree with that. And like in closing on that, you know, like that's why I say, you know, if social media is not for you, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But just be mindful how you use it, because if you are going into the public like figure realm, you know what I'm saying, like us per se, or, you know, like other YouTubers out there, then be careful, because contrary to belief, positive or negative consequences could come from the information that you're sharing. So you're taking a big risk here. So at the end of the day, be careful, be mindful of how you using your privacy. And this could be a big one too, DJ, that hits a lot of people real home. And this could be something that like concerns people a lot, their body image.
Oh man, like you don't know how many people on the internet be worried about their body and stuff like that, because they'll see something on the internet and they'll see a figure that's basically like a size 0 or a size 1, and they think like they supposed to be that way, and they think that's what society wants you to be, but really you don't have to be that way, because that's really unhealthy. But what it does, like it forces you to like think that what's going on the internet is real, but it's not always real.
Bro, like it's really like an illusion, man. You know, so that's like you seeing yourself in a picture, and you might not be used to taking pictures like that, and you're trying the social media thing for the first time, and you're like, man, I look fat. And then you see another chick, and she looks beautiful, and now all of a sudden here comes a comparison. Now you compare yourself to her. Now you feel like you're smaller than what you are. Now you feel like you know what I'm saying, you came up short, and that's an effect of social media. So then it causes you to start to like worry about your image a lot. Some people start changing their nose structure. Some people start getting these BBLs. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like they have to compete with what's going on out here. And really, in all actuality, it might look good for right now while you're younger and everything, but it can cause severe damage down the line. Yeah,
like it teaches you to basically not love yourself, and it also teaches you not to accept your body type and accept the body types of what's on the internet, or what you think needs to be on the internet.
Exactly, and it really is like unrealistic ideas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you just really messing your mind up with all these clouded thoughts.
Yeah, it forces you to change your image, change who you are as a person physically, because of how it makes you feel mentally.
Man, Big time, yo. And I done seen people be like, man, you know what? Man, DJ, like, I was looking at my picture the other day, and I noticed, like, you know, my eyes looked more smaller than the other. Like, some people be very particular within their self.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's when, like, the surgery start coming into play. Start messing with their nose. They start doing lip fillers. And they even got these apps where you can make your lips look fuller. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these apps that make you look like you're another person, especially with AI.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here it comes.
Yeah.
And then what it does is it psychologically put something in your mind where, man, I could look like that.
Yep.
So that's where the surgery starts to happen. And really, in all actuality, like, you could cause more hazard to yourself down the line, physically and mentally.
Yeah. And like, let me add to that, but like, I'm going to reverse it a little bit, because now what I'm seeing on the internet is now we seeing like plus size models. So now they're making it acceptable to be plus size. And now you got women that go out here and try to get bigger or try to be accepted in that community because of the fact that now they see models going out and making money that's close to their size.
Yeah.
And they're making money doing it. So they figure like they need to do it, or they want to do it. So it gives them a false sense of hope in a sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man. You know, it's just kind of like really, and trust me, I love my thick women. So all shapes are welcome. Trust me. But, you know, like sometimes, you know, like they make us feel like, you know, like that's accepted.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like they get these large amount of like nose ejections, butt ejections and all that. Yeah. And lip fillers and all that. And, you know, like you just like, I done seen some surgeries go wrong where you really look like a clown. Like you look like something off of like the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yep.
And you know, and that came from like maybe overdoing it because you want your body image or your face structure and all that to look a certain type of way. Man, you find a way you are. Maybe you might have to lose a little bit more fat out of your face to look better. Maybe you know what I'm saying, you might just need to stop taking shortcuts and hit the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I always say, like, stop worrying about what other people got going on and focus on your particular structure. Focus on your lane. Focus on becoming the very best version of you. And that's what this channel geared towards, helping you become the very best version of yourself. And number 4, which brings me to that topic, because this is something that I really want to dive on very deep.
Yeah.
Because this is very personal and very serious to me.
Yep.
Cyberbullying, man.
Ooh, this is a deep one right here, man.
So, like, take them home, DJ. Dive deep on this. Like, why is cyberbullying so important to the effects of people and how they feel and what they're going through on social media?
What it does is it basically hides who you are physically as a person. It turns a person that's really scary in real life into an actual thug over the internet. Yeah. And like it turns you into a coward in real life though.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
And like with all of that, like sometimes it can get a little bit vulgar and it can escalate into violence and getting personal information leaked out about that other person that you're trying to bully.
Agree. And I couldn't agree with you that much more, man.
And also turn you into a snitch. Big
time. That's why we stay away from those statements, man. Ain't writing no statement on nobody. But like, cyberbullying is serious, man, because, you know, like some people could be on social media and like online harassment could lead to people even killing themselves, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the pressures of cyberbullying or, you know, like seeing something negative about somebody up under their comments and you like dirty. Like, why you even comment? Like, I didn't even ask you to. You know what I'm saying? Or like, why you coming over here picking with what I got going on? Whether somebody's saying, ha ha, that's why you got a big nose, or ha ha, that's why you fat, or ha ha, that's why you too bony.
Yep.
That can psychologically does something to somebody. Mm-hmm. And it'll make you get to the point where you're like, dude, you know what? I just want to just kill myself. Like, I want to end it all because this is how society view me. Because especially if you're a weak-minded person, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And, like, I got an actual example of that. Like, what happened some years back is when I was playing semi-pro, is they got a page, and it's called the trash talking page.
Oh yeah,
I'm not going
Remember
to tell you
telling me
the real term of it because it'll make me cuss, but it's really the trash talking page, and like football players can go on there and talk stuff about other players, and it's supposed to be all fun and games because at the end of the day, like y'all not getting paid for this, and on top of that, y'all it's just supposed to be just an activity. But what happens is somebody will go on there and insult somebody about their playing abilities, and that other person don't like what that person was talking about, and they'll try to get some clarification on what they're talking about, and when they get the clarification, then an altercation happens.
Man.
Because that other person didn't like what you said. So now you're starting to take it personal, or that person that said the information is taking personal shots at you.
Exactly. And then leads it to physical threats.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, violence, and that ain't what we want to condone here. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's why I just say, like, leave me out of stuff like that, because it ain't that serious. I think one time I tried to hop on there anonymous, said, "Hey DJ, I'm faster than you. Well, meet me at the track."
Yeah. And I'm like, come on now. That's all I said was come on now. But then like you had like 18 people jump on there too and was like, "Hey man, who is you? Hey man, you ever play football before? Man, I ain't never seen you play before. Yeah, you can't even run faster than a paper bag. Like you like, dude, you taking personal shots. Like, y'all don't even know this man.
Y'all don't even know me. It was Anonymous 88. And like, man, I got everybody going. I said, Dirty, I see your track shoes. You ain't even that fast. Man, hey man, you know what? We can go right now, bro. You don't even, bro. You do like I could be.
I put 100 up. Like for real, you ain't even got 100.
Right? And like I could be an animal.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna show you like stop letting little things trigger you, man.
Like you see how like quick somebody can actually like take one thing and then go from 1 to 100 in like 2 seconds because you and your feelings about something that I said.
And that cyberbullying right there, you know what I'm saying? At its best, because now I'm bullying you into something, and then I got your emotions triggered into me, so I'm taking your energy.
Yep.
See how that works? So then, you know what I'm saying? Now you're giving energy to what I got going on or what I said to you. That's why I was like, sometimes, man, you got to pay that stuff no mind and just walk over, keep trumping over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm not finna worry about that.
And then, like, what it also does is, like, you remember back then, like, when we had a problem with somebody, we came to their house or we went to their location and we handled it by physical altercation. And then after that, everybody hugged it up or dapped it up, and we did what we had to do, and everybody lived a prosperous life. But what it does technically is it takes your old fighting techniques and the old way you handle your situations and give you alternate ways to handle your situation, but in a negative way though.
That's why like a lot of people be behind keyboards talking that stuff like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the internet thug. You know, he could say a lot of stuff behind a keyboard. He probably somewhere in his grandma's basement, laying on a mattress, typing on a computer, talking plenty of stuff, getting you wired up. Like DJ said, man, put up 100, bro. You don't know what he looks like. He'll be a 4-year-old kid. Dirty, like, stop falling into stuff like that, man. It's not that serious.
Yeah, like I said before, like, it takes away your fighting style. Like, back then, we used to fight, like, when we had a problem. Now, it didn't turn into, like, arguing like women.
And that's the way my OGs used to handle it. Okay, you know what? You got a problem with this person, instead of shooting it out. Because that's wrong, man. Like I said, we don't condone no violence over here.
Nope.
You duke them out.
Yeah.
And then you live to see another day. Like I understand times like you get into a fight with somebody and the next, like 30 minutes later, like y'all eating candy together. Like, man, what kind of stuff is this? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like we playing football.
Yeah.
But that's how it used to be. And, you know, now the cyber stuff came in with the internet and it made people tougher than what they really are. And it triggered you to do something crazy. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to say with cyberbullying, it's not worth it.
Nope.
And let's talk about the downsides of it as well. That even with the effects of social media, it can take you to a depression and it can have you having high anxiety.
Yeah, it does. Like what the platforms do nowadays is they basically are designed a lot of times to make you addicted to something. So like
Exactly.
whether it makes you addicted to like shopping or it makes you addicted to basically like watch TV shows on there or whatever it is. But whatever that addiction is, it's going to keep your focus on that addiction, and it's going to keep you from like basically being active. And when the less active you are, the more lazier you get. The more lazier you get, the more depressed you get because you're not being active.
There you go. And that's why I always say, you know, like with me, the way I like to handle social media, and that's why I always challenge y'all to do it. I say out of 24 hours, I might get on there maybe 2 hours of the day.
Yep.
And that's me spacing it out because I have like real life stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you're on there for hours at a time, you know, if you're on there watching people's stories, and if you're on there, you know what I'm saying, watching how people live their lives and stuff like that, and then you start measuring your life up to theirs, and then you feel like you ain't at a certain place in your life. Here comes the depression.
Yep.
Here comes the anxiety of, okay, I got to catch up, and I got to do this and do that. And in actuality, people ain't really living like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people only posting up what they want you to see, but behind the scenes, they could be going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when you start, like, spending countless hours on social media, you know what I'm saying? Like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then you see people doing better and better. This person just bought a car. This person just got their degree. This person got this and that going on. And you're like, man, I'm still working a 9 to 5. I need to catch up. And then you like, oh man, okay, now you just signing up for anything. You just doing stuff just because. Calm down, my G. It's okay. Stop comparing your life to theirs. Stop being on there hours at a time. Calm your anxiety down. You got to start doing what makes you happy. Get back to what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's staying off these internets for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to go on social media and, you know, see what's going on, because you got to get in tune with what's going on in the world, right, DJ?
Absolutely.
And, you know, but I just say countless hours of it, though, where, like, that's all you do is, like, man, you see people log off Instagram or Facebook, 2 minutes later, they hop right back on again.
Yep.
That green light on again.
Yeah.
And you're like, dang, Dirty, like, do you got anything else going on?
Nope.
No.
And then, you know what I'm saying, like, go back to work the next day. You talking about, man, did you see Anna Mae? Oh, my God. And, she got into a fight with her man again. And man, they said she lost her job. Oh, my goodness. She got to just get it together.
Yeah.
Man, why you worrying about their business for, Dirty? Worry about yours. That's the problem. You jumping over other people's backyard, but you ain't got yours together. And that countless hours social media start to bring high anxiety and depression.
Yeah, like, and I'm going to take it from another angle as well. Some people can get depressed because of the reactions that from you massively sharing your product or massively sharing your content. That can increase your depression. And then, like, a lot of these platforms now, they're designed to distract you and change your behavior.
Yeah. And that can, like, make you feel like, dang, man, you know, like, do people like what I'm doing? Do people like what I got going on? And then people start changing who they are because of the depression and the anxiety of it. So let's say if I post up some content and it only got 3 plays, now I'm like, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm watching what Will got going on.
Yep.
Or, you know what I'm saying, I'm watching what DJ got going on. Or, you know, I'm watching what the cat down the road got going on. And now I'm, like, feeling like I'm in a slum. Now I'm depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can cause high anxiety.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, like, that's something that, you know, like, I'm trying to tell you that's not what you want to do. The goal of to get to that point is to kind of minimize your time on social media. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be on social media. Social media is good to a degree.
Yep.
It's good for marketing purposes and businesses and all that, because now it's a free lane where everybody can get rich. So there's no reason why you're not rich.
Nope.
You got money all around you. You just got to know what to do with it. But stop worrying about what other people got going on, because that can cause, you know what I'm saying, like, high anxiety and depression. And also bring it to my other point, addiction.
Oh, that's a good one, man. But, like, before we go off into addiction, like, the only thing I'm going to say else about the depression and the anxiety is that what you're doing also when you have depression and anxiety, when it resorts to the social media, you're giving people that's actually trolling you the power over you.
Yep. So like what they're doing is taking your energy
Yep.
and harnessing it for themselves.
Yeah, and they sitting back laughing like, yeah, I already got him. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get him again.
And there you go. And then like you're gonna constantly keep losing that battle. That battle, and you constantly keep making their name strong because you put their name in your mouth. And you know, when I want to talk about addiction, like I like to call it IAD.
IED.
Alan, what does IAD stand for? Internet addiction disorder. Because that isn't, to me, I feel like that is like a disorder that some people do got, bro. And, you know, like, they need to, like, really, like take the time and look at that and look at themselves and be like, yo, like, which is what I just kicked up. Every 2 minutes, they got to get on social media. Okay. Ooh, they said such and such just got married. Did you see that? Ooh, girl, like, man, I wonder what they going to do next week on that soap property. They go right back on the internet again.
Yeah.
And then, like, they do something for a few minutes. Sit down somewhere. I ain't finna keep telling you what to do. Sit down. Right back on the internet again.
Uh-huh.
That's and then, like, you've been obsessed with other people's lives. That could become an addiction.
Yeah. And, like, what it does is it basically just seals you from society. And it gives you, like, some false reality of what's really going on in the real world. Through, like, video games or anything like that. You thinking like this stuff, like you go and play a video game and you shooting somebody, and in your mind you thinking like that's how you really supposed to live. Like, and I done seen people like do stuff on a video game and go out there and try to mimic it for real.
Yeah.
But like, I would give you some examples of addictions over the internet that will possess you to like lose characteristics about yourself. And one would be video games, porn, online shopping, and online dating. And I'll give you an example of each one. The video games. What video games does is it makes you lazy and forgetful. And it stops you from doing work in the house. It stops you from going to work, and it stops you from doing like your own homework. And like I said before, it gives you a false sense of reality. And with porn, what it does is it keeps you in the house. So in all, it's still making you lazy, but it also making you antisocial. So like you're starting to not develop social skills as much.
Right.
And then it gives you a false perception of what beauty really is. And then with online dating, what it does for men in particular, it makes us chase women.
There you go.
Like we're not designed to do that, but it does make you do that. Because like it doesn't boost your confidence, and then it takes away your social skills and how to talk to a woman the right way.
Yeah, because like you can say anything from behind the keyboard.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't say that stuff in a face.
Yep.
Or hey, foxy lady, I just want to tell you, if I'm a burger company, you must be loving it, because if I was the other burger company, I'd be having it my way.
Yep.
And you're like, man, that line is so cheesy. Or, man, I know your feet tired because you've been running across my mind all day. Man, what? Like, what is we doing here?
They trying too hard at that point.
Dirty, like,
Forcing it, bro.
I mean, like, you're forcing it. Like, man, you must have fell from heaven, because I never seen somebody as beautiful as you. Like, man, come on, Dirty. And we done seen that a lot when we went out to certain places. You like, man, these dudes, man.
Yep.
So, you know, like, they just doing too much, man. And you know, like that internet stuff, like dating websites and all that can become an addiction.
Yeah.
And what it does is it like neglects your personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes you addicted to behavior, stalking others, and also, you know what I'm saying, excessive promoting unhealthy behaviors.
Yeah.
Because now, like, you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and you've taken pleasure in it. So when you take pleasure in it, you're starting to become addicted to it.
Yeah.
So that's why I call it the IAD, internet addiction disorder.
Yeah, and like also, I noticed this a lot, and especially like where I work at now, is that a lot of people do a lot more online shopping now, and it's crazy because like what online shopping does it basically stops you from being active shopping. So basically, instead of you going to the store and shopping for your items, now you sitting at home shopping for your items.
And somebody's shopping for your items for you. Now, look, I understand things are changing. You got to give it the time. But that's just pure lazy. And you can call it what you want. Challenge me dirty. I'm ready for it. Because that's just pure lazy to me. Like, and then half of y'all crying about why y'all can't meet a man or why, you know what I'm saying, you can't meet a woman. Because look what you're doing.
Yep.
Society is building things to make you lazy. So online shopping for groceries, really? I understand certain gets and gadgets and stuff like that, but grocery, man, come on, man. Get your tail up, get your butt out of the house and go get your groceries, man.
Man, I done seen somebody online shop for 2 bags of cereal.
That don't
And
make
that's
no
it,
sense.
bro. Two bags of cereal. You could have got up and went to the store and got that.
Like, that really don't make no sense to me, dude. Like,
It's down the street.
Yeah, like for real.
and that's what's making people lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why that could become an addiction. Like, oh man, I don't feel like it. I'm just gonna order this and I'm just gonna type it in and somebody gonna go get it for me. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, like, man, I gotta get on this site when I get to the crib and you go do what you do. Pause. Man, you becoming addicted.
Yeah.
And that can become an addiction. And then you're missing out on, like DJ said, building social skills, the type of skills that you will need to even maybe learn how to talk to a woman or maybe even know how to get into business and carry yourself a certain type of way. Man, like I'm just saying, at the end of the day, them are some of the effects of social media.
And then, like, also, you're disrespecting, like, the organization that you're purchasing items from. Like, you putting more work on them to get the job done and to be more accurate and perfect. But then when they get their product and it's not perfect, then you want to yell at them. But they got, like, 80 other orders to do.
Right.
They ain't just focus on your order. They focus on 80 other orders.
Right.
They ain't thinking about your order like that. They just trying to hurry up and get your order done. So you rush the quality of their product. So now you don't get the best quality because you want to be lazy.
That's why y'all need to get y'all butts out of the house, man. And then, like, y'all wonder why y'all still single. Cause that's about 38% of it. You know what I'm saying? Playing like that. You know, like acting lazy and being addicted to certain things and not making certain moves that can keep you in a certain type of I want to say, spirit of lack. Mm-hmm. But a lot of things people fear about the most, and I say fear, I'm gonna say this for a reason. FOMO.
Ooh, you gotta
when
tell
it comes to social media, man.
Yeah.
FOMO.
You gotta tell them what it mean.
Oh, I'm finna get it to them. The fear of missing out.
Oh yeah.
People feel like they're missing out on something, so they gotta jump on social media. They gotta see what's going on. What's the latest news? What's the latest gossip? Concerning with individuals' life, and they feel like they're missing out on something. And really, in all actuality, you ain't missing out on nothing.
No. And like, I'm gonna take it from like a relationship standpoint as well. Like what it does is it basically it views the relationship of a person as if they are unworthy because that other person then finally moved on with their life. Like, let me give you an example real quick, because like that probably went over your head. Like, what I'm technically gonna say in this example is that, let's say you went out with somebody or you was dating somebody, then all of a sudden you and that person broke up, but y'all still friends on Facebook. Y'all with me so far?
Oh, yeah, follow. Yeah,
Y'all with me so
DJ,
far?
break it down, DJ.
Okay.
Break it down, dirty.
No, like what happens is, like, once y'all break up and y'all still friends on social media, what you're gonna constantly look at their stories, like every time their stories pop up, and every time you see their stories pop up, it's something new happening in their life. And when you see when that thing happened in their life, you're looking at your life and you looking at how happy their life is, and now it sinks you into some type of depression, to where like you start to have the fear of missing out or the sense of wanting to belong in that particular group.
Agree.
Like, I see that a lot, where like somebody will break up with a girl or a girl break up with a man, and all of a sudden they see that person married and they look at that person and be like, dang, like, man, they wasn't this happy when they was with me.
Right.
Now all of a sudden they happy with this person. What he got that I don't got? That's the fear of missing out.
It's fear of missing out. So then like they wondering, okay, so let's say I'm gonna take it from another angle.
Mm-hmm.
You coming up, right? You struggling at this point. You so dirty. You remember we was all here before. We struggling, right?
Yep.
They lame. Anybody thinking about them? I'm like, you the time of the day. You study working. Like, yo, one day I'm gonna get my own TV show, my own podcast. Like, man, like I'm gonna be popping. Yeah, all right, that's pie in the sky. I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna give me a talent agent. Buddy, say it again. Okay, just kept working though. We kept slicing. Then one day, you get it. So now the girl left you before you start to really take off real good. But she never want to unfriend you.
Nope.
None of these above. Following your life. Now, you ain't even thinking about her. So follow me, y'all.
Yeah.
You ain't even thinking about her. Or ladies, you ain't even thinking about him. You just like, dude, I'm through. Whatever. It just is what it is, right? But they can't stop thinking about you. First off, that's the effects of social media. It's an addiction. And it's the fear of missing out. Because they feel like they're missing out on something very big. And they don't want the other person to have what they should have had. But you lost that already. So why is it so important that what I got going on, you worried about it? Yeah. Or why, if you got something going on and, you know, let's say if I was one of them dudes that was just like, nah, man, I just got to see what she doing. Why am I worried about what you got going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like me being addicted to like your lifestyle at this point. So now you're becoming obsessed and addicted to that lifestyle, and you're not even knowing it. So I'm gonna say that could affect you on social media in many different ways, and you gotta let that go.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, it is one of those situations that you fear that you're missing out on something, and maybe you might have just did.
Yeah. And then like what it also does is like it makes you feel jealous and envious of that person. Without trying to like, without that person even like thinking of it or like even like having any type of like thinking about it.
Exactly.
Where like you'll be jealous of that person, but that person don't know that person that you're jealous of or envious of don't even know that you're jealous of them. They're just living their best life, but you won't let them live their best life because you're steady looking on the internet for them. Exactly.
And that's a fear of missing out. You feel like you missing out on something big, or like, or you know, you waiting for that big moment where he probably put that ring on her finger.
Yep.
So you just like, he better not do that, or okay, she's still ugly though. She's still fat.
Yep.
Or I don't know why she got that dress on for. That dress ain't all that cute. Look what she did with her hair. Why are you worrying?
Yeah.
Why are you worrying about this man's life? Or fellas, why are you worrying about her life? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel that you missing out on something. Oh, man, dude need to get in the gym. Man, I bet I could take him. That's how dudes think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So stop worrying about what they got going on and worry about what you got going on. Because now, like, you look like you're becoming obsessed with that person. And you fear that you're missing out on something. In all actuality, you might not be missing out on nothing. You don't know if they might be butting heads every night. So that's why you got to stay in your lane and focus on you, my G. And everything else going to work itself out. But let's talk about another one, DJ, that people better stop doing.
Yeah.
Social isolation. And I want to say social comparisons.
Okay. Yeah. Like, what it does is, like, it basically the definition of it is like the lack of social contact and having few people to interact with on a regular basis. So what it does is like it does keep you private, which that could be good and a bad thing in a sense, but like it can also give you a sense of like comfort. Yeah. But at the same time, it can make you lonely, and it can make you socially awkward. Or socially awkward, I should say.
Yeah.
And give you but it does also give you a sense of calmness and peace. So, like, let me give you an example of that. Like, you know how, like, sometimes people, when they are lonely, they feel more comfortable with themselves because they can process their thoughts better and stuff like that. And they only understand themselves. But when they actually get around people, they start to get the sense of like awkwardness, or they start to stutter more, or they don't want to say certain subjects because they think can't nobody really relate to them.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't agree with you more. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I want to take it from a direction of, you know, like, to me, social, like, isolation, like, that means, like, okay, for an example, we supposed to go out. So hanging out, like, you not going to social functions and stuff like that. You socially isolating yourself from the real world. And you in a fake world, is what I like to call the world of social media. A world of unrealistic expectations. That can mess up your social skills and the way you interact with others, because you've been socially isolated. So now when you get around large groups of people, you might say some of the dumbest things off the wall. They're like, what? Huh? Dude, what's wrong with you? Or where you been at? Or bro, like, damn, how you come at no chick? You've been socially isolated for too long because you in that, you know, porn websites.
Yep.
Or you in these group chats on these dating websites. You talking to many different girls, and dude, like, you live in unrealistic expectations, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's keeping you socially awkward.
Yep.
And then, you know, you always evaluating yourself, looking at other people, and that's when the comparison starts. And then when you start feeling like, man, like, I ain't good enough, you start isolating yourself because anxiety and depression kicks in. Like, man, dude might just be a little bit better than me, man. Dude might just got it than I do. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, here comes the depression and a negative thinking. You know what I'm saying? So then now, like, you want to, nah, bro, I'm good. Nah, man, I'm just going to stay in the house, bro. And then people be like, man, dude been in the house for like 3-4 months, man. What's up with Dirty? Dirty isolating himself.
Yeah. And like what it also does is that it gives you the lack of communication. So basically, like, if you had good communication skills, what the isolation does is it takes away that skill set from you. So when you do go back out to the public eye, you don't know how to express you don't know how to express your feelings, or you don't know how to communicate your feelings to other people because you're not used to talking or hanging out with other people.
Most definitely. And I'm going to take it from the direction of it could damage relationships as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could be socially isolated for so long that people be like, dude, like, man, I'm doing this now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have had maybe something that we were supposed to start off together, like a big business adventure. But then you went MIA for about 8 months to a year. They're supposed to just sit there, stand around and wait for you? I got to keep it moving.
Yep.
So then by the time, you know what I'm saying, like, you decide to get up out of your funk and you want to come around, just because you've been socially isolated for so long because of what you might have saw on the internet and you got depressed about it. Hey, man, you know what, bro? Like, I'm doing my own thing now. Like, I got my own situation going on. That's because you've been socially isolated for so long that you missing on what's going on around you in the world. Because you keeping yourself in an unrealistic world. So that could be another effect of social media. You know what I'm saying? Is being socially isolated. But let's get into something that's even deeper, man.
Oh, yeah.
Spreading news.
Ooh. This is a good one, man.
Spreading news, DJ.
Yeah.
You know, like, a lot of people get caught up in false information, or, you know, people getting caught up in gossip.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it could be misinformation.
Yeah.
So, like, break that down for us, DJ. Like,
first, what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna take it from like a positive standpoint, then I'm gonna give it back to you, and then once you give it back to me, I'm gonna take it from a negative standpoint.
let's do it, Dirty.
All right. Like what it does on the positive note is sometimes it helps you spread the word faster.
There you go.
Yeah. And then it also helps you reach people in other states and other countries that you wouldn't have never been able to do on foot. And it also helps you reach the popular population, which is like celebrities, millionaires, and stuff like that, more quicker, or it gets them more alert to look at your posts. So it increases like your social media, basically. And like it also help you cover topics that that are hard to talk about, and especially like controversial topics.
Yeah, like it could put you in the algorithm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? More quicker, like, just with you spreading a particular information can get you a lot of likes, right? And
Yep.
a lot of likes just does nothing but put you more in the algorithm. So when somebody log on to social media, like your stuff is kind of like popping up first because you're in the algorithm. So I look at it as if it could be a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
And the blessing part about it is, yes, like, it can get you worldwide recognition. It can get you fame in a good way, depending on how you use it. It can get news out faster. And, like it can also help get to other people where, like it can help even like grow the social media to to a degree. But it can also be misinformed information.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could be something where it could be a rumor.
Yep.
And that rumor got taken way out of proportion. And that might not even had nothing to do with you. But the way that the information was thrown out there and it hit millions of people. And you might be like, man, like what? Like, DJ, that didn't happen to me.
Yep.
Like, why they say this? Or like, or like they say like this celebrity got in a car crash and that could be so untrue. Or, this celebrity got shot and that could be so untrue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way that the social media works for like a lot of clickbait. So get you just click on here just so just so I can get some quick views real quick. That's spreading news, and that could be spreading the wrong news. And that can also be spreading gossip about you, depending on how you use social media. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, depending on the information that you're spreading out there, it could be a gift or a curse.
And like what it also does is like, and I'm gonna take it from a negative standpoint now. And what it does negatively is like it gives the other person that you spreaded the news about, or the other business that you spreaded the news about, it gives them the right to actually now critique you. As before, they didn't have no ammo to critique you before, but now since you didn't talk something about their company, or you didn't talk something about that person, now they got every right to critique you now.
Yeah.
Yep. And it also gives you a right of freedom of speech, but it also can turn into like backlash on controversial issues.
Yeah. And, like it'd be something that's so devastating that you can't come back from.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And, like a rumor could go so, man, you'd be surprised what a rumor could does. Like it can basically ruin your life. Yeah. Because depending on the certain type of information that gets out there, you can't come back from that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like that's why I just say, be careful when you get on the internet how you spread the news, and make sure you're using the information in a more appropriate way than using it in a more inappropriate way, because it's not cool, man. And
And then like it also like it makes you one-sided, and it makes you hard to actually convince someone to view it in a different way.
Yeah, I agree. And let's bring me to my last bullet point, which I'm gonna stay on this one for a minute.
Oh yeah,
because
that's a good one.
This is the main event. Low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. How social media can help you have low self-esteem, but let's take it from a positive direction first. And I'm gonna give you like the definition of the positive part of self-esteem. So the positive effects of self-esteem from social media can. So like social media can help you feel more connected, because you can connect with family, friends. It can improve your self-esteem and like increase your sense of belonging if you're doing something for the right reason and people celebrating your success, right? But the negative effects of it can be social media can also lead to stress, sadness, isolation, negative mental health effects that can include like what we talked about before: cyberbullying, sleep disruptions, social media exhaustion, because you've been on there nonstop. You probably don't get enough sleep because you're constantly being on social media. Privacy issues, because now like your business is put out there, and if it's put out there the wrong way, it can really cause low self-esteem, and then you start feeling like very low about yourself, and you feel like, oh man, I should have ended it all, bro. Yeah. Like this is what everybody thinking about me anyway. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Calm down, my G. It ain't that serious.
Yeah. And I agree with you 100%, Al. And like what Al basically is trying to say is that low self-esteem can turn into depression because you're watching somebody else's life on on the internet, and they're living, and all they're doing is just living their best life. But at the same time, like, because they're living their best life and not worried about you, then you're still worried about them anyway.
Exactly.
And like what it does also is like it forms negative thoughts, and it puts you in a state of depression, and also puts you in a state of now you trying to play victim because you're depressed. Then if it's not treated, it also can turn into sickness.
Man, like that's why like a lot of people be bipolar. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like 1 minute you cool, then the next minute you bugging up, and you like, man, Dirty, what's up with you? Or man, baby girl, like, man, like you gotta calm all that down. You know, because watching other people's lives, and then like, especially with certain women, you know, like they can get very emotional because they emotional at the drop of a dime. So like 1 minute everything cool, next minute, why we ain't married? Why you ain't put a ring on my finger?
Yeah.
Jessica man just proposed to her. Hey, look, like I told you, we ain't them.
Yeah.
So then that caused a big fight because of why? She compared her life to their life, and that brings her low self-esteem.
Yep.
So in order to make herself feel good about herself, she got to feel like she's either competing with that same level or she got to be beyond that. And if they're not beyond that, that can bring low self-esteem, and then that can cause a sickness in the mind. Because now, like, people get to talking to you, and they're like, man, she talk crazy.
Yeah.
Or dude talking crazy. Like he lost it. You know what I'm saying? Or two, they be like, man, no, you need to get on some medication because you tripping.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Like, man, you tripping, man. Like, you got low self-esteem or something because nobody got time to keep bigging you up all day, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you go through that a lot, Al, man. No,
Man.
but what, like, in this society, and I don't know, like, why it is what it is, but a lot of people in this society are mentally weak. Like, I can go around, and if you give me constructive criticism, even if it's online, what I'm going to do and what Will is going to do is we're going to take that constructive criticism and we're going to put it into our repertoire, and we're going to perform at a high level.
Yep, there you go.
But you can't tell everybody that, or you can't tell everybody what you tell me and Will, because when you tell somebody else that, they fall into a deeper depression.
Yeah. And I know one of my female friends, you know, was talking about her schooling situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was always partying a lot, you know. And I'm like, Mama, look, you got to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot going on. Like, they don't got no future. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want nothing with their life, but you do. You know what I'm saying? And she just, it's like getting really weak about it. So I'm just like, dude, like, you got to calm down. Like, I'm only trying to make you better. So I agree with you on that part, DJ. It's like, man, you know, like, you can't hardly talk to nobody. And then, like, they feel like, man, you know, I ain't gonna ever graduate no way. So then, like, their self-esteem getting low. Then it's like, oh, my God. Here go another issue here.
Yep.
And I just don't have the time no more to keep trying to big people out of a deep depression. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we all mentally messed up in this country that we call the United States. We all mentally messed up. Everybody got some type of mental illness going on with them. I don't care what you say, who you are. You could be living your best life. Something is off with you.
Yeah.
It's just that some of us know how to control our mental health better than others. You know what I'm saying? Depending on their circumstances that they've been around.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can tell you to do is, Dirty, you got to stay off social media like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't doing nothing but bringing you down. It ain't doing nothing but making you feel like my life don't equal up to his, or my life don't equal up to hers. So then you fall into this deeper depression. Then now you mad at the world and you mad at everybody. Like William J. Smith, let me ask you this, Dirty. Like, have you ever been through that before? Where, you know, something like you feel like, you know, or like have you ever dealt with people who had like low self-esteem issues because they've been on social media too much? And
I dealt with some people like that, you know, because I was trying to lift them up, but, you know, nobody don't have that fighting courage to keep it pushing, you know. So
like even like when you was going through like your baggage back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like when people was just against you, bro. Because you one of the ones I've really seen dig yourself out of the mud. Like
I do it every day, so I'm pretty used to it now. Back then I didn't understand and why I was always in that rut, but I started getting more control when I got older about it.
So, man, let me take it from the direction of this then. What can you tell people who need to be mentally strong like you?
What I can tell people is just like find a goal and put your mind to it and don't let nobody bring you down and just keep going forward.
Most definitely,
That's
man.
good, man.
Most definitely. Because, you know, he one of those ones that, like, we both seen. You know,
Yeah.
like, feel like the whole world was against him. At one point, I felt bad for him. Like,
Yeah.
it was like nothing he could do was right.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I was always wrong with it, everything I do. So
Yeah. Name was dragged through the mud, everything, man.
everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of them dudes I knew, like, he just kept trucking it. And what we trying to say in so many words is that you can do it too.
Yeah. Like, Will got the heart of a warrior, dog.
Well, you know, in this stage of the media that we living in and the days and the age of social media, you gotta have tough skin, bro.
Yep.
You gotta have tough skin, mama. You got to have tough skin. Like, they crucified, they talked about Jesus Christ. So that's what I always go back to that. Like, you're no different. Like, they're going to say stuff about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about, man, you got to bump that, man. Like, man, you got to get over that. You know, you got to be like, look, dude, you know what? They going to talk about me. But we're going to take it from here now. The Allen and DJ's final thought. DJ, tell us what's your final thought on the effects of social media and what people could do to get better from it.
What's my final thought is, like, in order for you to not deal with the effects of social media, basically just stay off of social media as much as you can. Like, I know it's going to be all around you. I know everything, like, we can't escape society because you can't escape the internet because it's just all around you. But what you can do is limit the activity that you have on the internet. And once you eliminate the activity that's on the internet, just get out there and be more active, then you could pick up more skills and you could be levels ahead of everybody else.
Most definitely. And, you know, my final thought is, you know what I'm saying, you know, just try to keep yourself private as possible. Like, you could be a public figure like we are, but keep your private life private and keep your business stuff that you want to promote out there public. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way of saving yourself. And when people say the fear of missing out, you're not missing out on anything.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to stay tuned with what you got going on. And, like, you know, stop worrying about, you know what I'm saying, spreading other people's news and just stay focused on yourself. And until then, just the Allen and DJ show. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Allen Hutchinson. You can find William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook. And you can also find us on the Allen and DJ fan page on Facebook and also the Allen and DJ at gmail.com. Until then, that's the side effects of social media. We want y'all to stay strong, man. Stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.
Yeah!